What up, my people? What up? It's time to trade. Let's go.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Those words have been dancing around my head all night. Oh, it's Vegas law, that phrase.
Kiana.
Fisher.
Choi.
Joe. Cards drawn are the past, ones to come are future.
And the best part? It's beatable.
Good morning, traders. And yes, Martine, you get a timeout. I'm putting you in the corner for even mentioning that CNBC is always on time and we're not. Come on, get that crap out of here. What the hell did you get in those 5 minutes? Probably nothing. Let's go ahead. Let's bring on my guys, Ryan and Zunaid. What's going on, guys?
Good morning. Who you put in a timeout? Damn,
I put him in the corner, dude. Real quick.
My boy came out swinging in the corner, Martine. Damn.
Hey, like I said, man, one thing I will tell you is I will call it when I see it. And if you tell me CNBC never late, they're never late. But do they ever have any content that's quality? Nope. So let's just go ahead. Let's get right into it. Let's start talking about stocks that we're seeing on out there. Let's get into it. What do you guys have on your radar? Hit the like. Let's go.
All right. Let me share my screen here.
Uh-oh.
I can go.
Ryan's out of the kind of in the zone that he was last week. He's feeling a little down here.
Yeah, and I had a nice Easter weekend. I hope you all had a nice Easter weekend as well. Had a bit of a fever and a strep throat starting yesterday. Not feeling great today, but we are here to at least make some sense of the open. Mitch, go ahead and throw my screen up here. We're gonna go through a couple of stocks that I saw here. CASA, this is ticker CASA. This actually made a new high here, right? So we're trading up in the pre-market, and it actually already took out these pre-market levels on some pretty decent sized volume. This leads me to believe, I think this one's probably going to get going here. We do have a why is it moving? CASA system shares are trading higher if the company announced a multi-year contract with Verizon to provide 5G core network functions. Verizon will also make a $40 million investment. So this reads pretty well. I actually still have to go through this, or the actual PR just to see if there's anything else in there. The trading action today is nice. And now we've had all of our levels cleared out. What we would like to see is for this to set up. So I'd like for this to kind of either consolidate or pull back into one of these support levels. 587 is your high now. I would look for that to get taken out here. Next one worth mentioning here is Zila. We've actually traded, I don't even know if it's pronounced Zila, Excella, whatever. We've traded this in the past. This stock is no stranger to runner. Again, I normally don't like stocks that have a price under $1, but this has, the company announced a $125 million buyback here. I think that was, buyback at 125 per share. So I think that this might get moving here. I don't know if we'll trade this one. Definitely going to watch it. Like I said, this has had a history of moving in the past, and it can be pretty violent when it moves. So we're going to watch this one as well. Nile, it's worth noting that this has made a new high here this morning. It's trading up on volume. This, again, they reported their year-long earnings. We'll see if we end up actually trading this one. CEI, that piece of junk is up today. I'm pretty much just going to avoid that. And then MetaVail, right? This is another one that we've traded several times. Going to go ahead and watch this. Maybe this can actually take out the high here today. A trade through 3 is really where I like this. We're kind of giving back some of the gains here and not a lot of volume in the pre-market. So let's see how the opening print does for this one. That's what I've got for you this morning anyway.
All right, let's keep it going here. Let's see what my man Zunaid's taking a look at there. He's looking up, and hopefully the stocks are too. What do you got it for us, Zunaid?
Well, obviously, definitely going to be interested in Twitter. This one was a nice short off of VWAP on Thursday, as you can see right over there. Matter of fact, I took this one short while Ryan and I were doing the spaces. So going to keep an eye. You can see a couple of levels that I have are all the way down here at the 45s. I'm trying to find support at the moment to see where I can get some bounces. Wouldn't be surprised if this one tries to go ahead and test the 50s again for rejection. But for now, you can see the 47.50 is an area that's acting as resistance here in pre-market. So we're going to go ahead and mark that. And of course, you'll have your previous close, which will be right around here, the 45 bucks. That'll be an area to keep in mind as well. That's one of them. And then we're also going to keep in mind Airbnb. This one, I want to see a breakout above around the 173 area, especially if it can go ahead and hold if it can break out of the 170, then I can think we can at least go ahead and try to test the previous close and see if we can get a little bit of action there. When it comes down to Tesla, want to see if this one can go ahead and get over 1,000 successfully or not. You can see that it went ahead and tried on Thursday. Couldn't quite get there even. What was it, about a $3 miss after it flushed down in the morning? So want to see how it reacts there. I believe Tesla does have earnings coming up on Wednesday. Is that Wednesday? I'm going to assume that's
Thursday.
Wednesday.
Yeah, 420.
420. That's right. There you go.
Oh, there you go.
So, wouldn't be
Elon's favorite
surprised
day.
wouldn't be surprised if folks wanted to play the options into it. So going to keep an eye on this one. Same thing when it comes to Netflix as well. It's got earnings later this week. So going to keep an eye on it to see if we can go ahead and crack above the 350 level. And then lastly, I'm going to keep an eye on Roku. Might go ahead and grab some calls if I could go ahead and spell the ticker name right. If this 110 level holds on Roku right over here, you can see a few sessions ago, it went ahead and held nicely for a bounce. And speaking of the $10 level, you can see on NVIDIA, I believe it was a 210. That was a nice little support. Where is it? Maybe I'm wrong. I really could have sworn it was 210. Yep, there it is. Look at that 210 bounce. The last time it was down around this area. So far, you can see in pre-market, it's held decently well. It's up $2 from there. So keeping an eye on NVIDIA as well. 206 is an area that I have. So 210, 206. Going to keep an eye, see what happens. And if we get a little bit of a bounce, these are the ones that I want to buy. Definitely around the $200 area, I'd be interested. But I will go ahead and test some of these levels on the way down. And of course, as always, if any options come through, I will go ahead and call them out so that we can take a stab at a few things.
A lot of those tech names look similar too, right? If you look at Apple, there's a little bit of weakness in the pre-market. It's kind of traded back to balance here. So we'll see if that actually picks up. Twitter, same thing. I know we traded up in the after hours on Thursday. A little bit of weakness this morning, but that's kind of come back. I'm looking at AMD, a little bit of weakness this morning. That's kind of come back. So it'll be interesting to see if any of these technology stocks actually grab some footing when the market opens.
Yeah, AMD lower than where we opened up or where we closed on Thursday. So interested to see where AMD, I think, is 90 a level? I guess not. I thought 90 might have been a level on AMD. I guess I was wrong.
I
like
have 89.
Okay, yeah, 89s, and then you've got 84s right here. So I'll keep an eye on it. More interested in NVIDIA than AMD, but again, we'll let the flow dictate how I rock with it.
Yeah, we'll see what happens in tech. It's really going to be all about what happens in the overall market, right? This week we've been coming on down. We've been breaking since we've had 3 weeks down now. So just be careful there. We'll keep watching. Do we continue the downtrend in the weeklies, or do we start reversing in the weeklies and you see a move back above 440s this week? That's the level I'm going to give towards the upside. Above 440.64 is the level you want to see the stocks get right back above. Last week, we kind of made multiple times where we were cutting and breaking below that. So I'll be watching that to see what happens on that. Like always, guys, pay attention to important daily levels to see where those come into play. You can see how we went down below it, and then we just pop off of this 440, 450s, finally rejecting and breaking through those lows now. Now it could take that out and come back down towards the 431. That's the next support I see on the downside. That's just where I feel like we're coming to right now. And then it's going to be a big level, because those are all those price points that we had in February and January and late January, where we were going into February and seeing those hold there. If that breaks again, we could come out and take out those March lows. This is the reason why when we were bouncing back, I was talking about, was this just a big dead cat rally? And that's exactly what the chart shows there now, right? Now it shows, yeah, it was a dead cat rally. And so now we need to see, do we rally again into that resistance that's above the 450s into the 458, longer term thinking? Because if we could get back up there, that would be the fourth attempt to break the pattern. And that's when I think we will break the pattern and I can get back into more of a bullish sense. Right now, I'm still looking towards the downside. I just see economical factors still pointing toward the downside. So I'm looking at that R word eventually coming into play later in the year. Probably I'm looking into next year really for the R word to come out. But I do think interest rate hikes are coming, and they're coming fast. And you might even hear mentions of 3/4 of a point hike versus just even a half. If you hear that, watch out because the market could be heading back down. I'm going to be looking to stocks like Apple, big important level, right? We broke the 170 last week. Do we get back above 170s this week? Swing trade on. I still have the Suncoke Energy. We've been holding this one since 907. Let's see if we can get into the 10s today and take a nice like over 10% profit on this swing trade. This has not been a bad one. SXC, of course, we'll be watching BTU to see if that can continue to run. Coal stocks have been ripping. We talked about this stock last week when it was at 26.35. It's already up about 30% from that call. And that's what we've been watching BTU from way back then. So definitely know the areas that you're trading. If you're not seeing returns in that area, let's say the tech, where it hasn't been really consistent, if you've been playing all these names just to the upside, probably you've been seeing some chop. Look for the trending names to continue trending. That's what I would say. We'll see what happens today. Of course, keep your eyes to see what happens in gold. Gold looks like it's been trying to push. We'll keep an eye out on GOLD. Does it get through 26 today? NEM has been one that's just straight trending upwards. I do like the way this one trades better than GOLD, but sometimes you'll get more returns from GOLD. So determine which ones you like. Another one I'll be watching is AU. Look how it gave this candle right above that level, that 24. This will be a good looking gold stock today to trade. We'll see what happens on these. Of course, is X going to give it to me? We'll see what happens on X as we get a breakout through 38, and we'll continue to watch the basic materials as these have been the strongest.
Mitch,
Industrials.
Can
Go
you
ahead.
flip back to your SPY chart real quick? You had a
Yeah.
SPY daily on there, I think, where you had those two. So if zoom out just a little bit,
Okay. There you
My
go.
thought here on the market is that we might trade in this range. You've got that green horizontal line
Let's do
marking
it.
the top of that range, and you have that red box marking the bottom of that range.
Yes.
You know, it wouldn't surprise me if even into the summer, if we kind of oscillate between that with some, as we get to the top of that green line there, if we might get some bad data, some bad economic data, whatever the case is, and you might get a nasty pullback that feels like a big time high velocity sell off right into that area, that 430 to 420 area in there. And if that happens, I mean, you're right not to be bullish, right? Because you're just effectively you're going to be back and forth just in that range, and it's going to be tough to actually make some new swing long opportunity in that type of environment. But that's what I kind of see here, unless we get any other big news from the Fed.
Yeah, we'll keep watch of course. What are the things that can change this is to me, I think this is all still based on inflationary outlooks, because the inflationary outlook is why the Fed is thinking so much of raising rates. I don't think it's because the economy is so hot. They're like, oh, we got to slow down the growth. No, what it really is the inflation pushing the topic, right? Pushing the topic that's saying that they need to fix inflation first. That's their main concern right now. And that's why you're also seeing like Feds like Brainerd and Bullard, Brainerd really being kind of more into just inflation, focused on inflation, because that's their focus. What can change this would be, of course, maybe a ceasefire or something like that in Russia, starting to flip the news of supply chains that they would be coming back. That's what you need to be hearing. And with China locking down, this actually goes ahead and does what again? Slows down the supply chains again. So in my eyes, I think we're still pointing to higher inflation, not to inflation topping out. That's where everyone keeps trying to point at it. Oh, it's topping. It's no. I see it still rising, and I see the Fed like handcuffed. They don't know what the hell to do. They're just going to have to raise rates to hell to try to make this inflation come down.
I think that's one of the reasons why you're seeing the Fed try to jawbone the market down. You know what I mean? Like, they understand that they're late. They understand they're not just going to be able to wave a magic wand and fix everything. I think that they're trying to actually get the market to trade down, because I don't think they're going to be able to do as many rate hikes as they want to do in order to control inflation. And I agree, Mitch. I think that the reason that they're trying to act is to control inflation. They're not saying slow down the growth. That wouldn't make any sense.
All right, we'll see if these discount names start moving again. Target has just been an absolute monster since we bought it. We sold it up here going towards that 235 area, and now it's still holding. Could look for a push towards 240. Walmart also in play too. I'll keep these on watch. I think these can continue to run. Costco has been one of the strong ones, has pulled back from that 613, now below 600. Look for maybe a move above 600 today. I've seen Dollar Tree just completely take off. DG has pulled back from those levels. Let's look for it to continue to find that lift and go through 250 today. And then you guys can watch maybe BJ. I like this kind of pullback look that you got there on Thursday and Friday. Now, well, Thursday. And now we're going to look for that push above 68 going towards that 71 and giving a breakout in BJ. We'll see what happens. Ollie was been one of the good ones. No, I keep that one on watch too. And then we'll keep watching also BIG. We talked about it since it was back down here. This is when the target breakout happened, and we were looking for a reversal of trend. And you can see how it's been holding this trend line. And we were looking for a move back up to 38 and 40. We're almost there for BIG. All right, let's go ahead. Let's take some stocks from the chat. What is being mentioned out there? Casa, Disney. I don't know about Disney. Coal is the future.
Casa, we did talk about a little bit. It's worth noting we did take that 587 level out here in the pre-market. So we're at new highs here. This looks like it does have some room to run. We're at that even $6 mark. Now they took that out right here. So what I would really like to see for this to be tradable is for a little bit of a pullback here out of the open. I don't want to buy it now, because if I buy it now, it's surely going to get yanked right at the open.
All right, big mover on, I think it was on Thursday, was Nike. Let's take a look there. Nike had a decent move on Thursday. It was pushing up there towards the 133s. We'll look to see if it can get back up there towards 138. That's where I see resistance. It's still in an overall bearish trend for me on the daily, but I could see it either holding 130 pullbacks, make me inside day, or maybe taking out the high and going towards that 140. Is there any one way I'm leaning here in Nike? Not really. We'll see what happens. With that being mentioned, you can watch to see what happens in the other names. I know Skechers was moving with it yet on that Thursday, so look for maybe Skechers to also make a move up and give you a little bit of insight on what's going on with Nike. All right, MetaMask being mentioned in the chat. We'll see what happens. I've heard rumors of supposedly a MetaMask joining with Apple, but that's completely rumors. And we'll see what happens out there. The Bros is on my radar today. I will watch that level, looking for 50s to hold on Bros, just to kind of call that out. Looking for 50s to hold, 50 pullback, 52 pullback, taking out 54 today. We'll keep it on watch. We'll see if this one can get running. The big thing for me is if the market runs today, look for some trash to get some movement.
Casa, first move here is up out of the open. So pretty untradeable for me at this point. It's moving really fast too.
Time to make that money, guys. Be safe out there. Always make your investment decisions and choose your own risk. Let's get after it. And it's time for the market.
634 is your high here. So my chart's not updating here. There we go. Is your high. 634 is your day high. Pulling back here to 6. This is we would like to see it set up here, right? Any consolidation here would be very, very helpful.
I have an order out for Bros. Let's see if I get filled. I will let you guys know if I do get a fill. I want my coffee this morning, guys. We'll see what happens. Can we get the Dutch Bro? The Dutch Bro? Do you even, bro? Do you? Who's a bro out there, man? Who wants to be a bro? We'll see what happens. See if I get a fill or not. All right, let's take a look here. What is going green right out the gates here, guys? I'm going to call it out. Energy, basic materials, and utilities. The ones that I was looking for. Let's check Duke. Can Duke make a move? NEE. We'll take a look at XEL also. XL also not looking too bad there off the 74.50 mark. Like that kind of pullback there in utilities. Has a resistance above 75. That would be the breakout level. Nice daily level. Look at this
Costs
level
going
here
higher.
for XEL. I like
Yeah.
this little pullback here.
Going for higher day there. I was hoping for it to kind of come back and test VWAP around 580s, but nope.
Canceling that bros is taking too
Yep.
long there to fill me, so I'm gonna go look for some of these utilities like Excel here.
I see ATER getting mentioned in the chat here. ATER, interestingly, holding that 536 area. This is another former runner here. That 536 area was in play on Thursday, Wednesday, and Tuesday. So it's holding that here. Looks like it's trying to pop off that. For me, really, I'd like to see it clear out 593 on a way to 6 before it's tradable. We're still kind of in some no man's land here on ATER. Been a pretty decent trader for us the past few days, though.
All right, silver
All right.
moving on up, just to let you guys know, and gold also. What you got for us, Zunaid?
Well, you've got Casa $7.5 calls coming in on the ask expiring May 20th. Approximately. It's only 16,000 though, so it's nothing crazy, but keep an eye on it. I'm going to go ahead and grab some here. Low of day break, I'll be out. So a break of 596, I'll be out.
Looking for a small pullback here in XEL. Looking for the pop above 75, but would like to get it at 74.50 on a little pullback.
All right. There's high day on Casa. Couldn't break
How's
the
that cost?
650 though.
MDVL curling up here too.
CEI hanging out at that 98, guys. I'm going to look for maybe potentially a $1 pop today, but right now it has 3 levels above it at the $1. It's looking to break through that. What I want to see now is it come down to the low, try to stop people out, and then reverse back. So the stop out level would be around 94. Look for those people to get pressured, and then all of a sudden it scoops right back above 95 going towards $1. We'll see what happens on that name. That's CEI.
One of the things we talked about in tech, a lot of these names popping now here. So I'm looking at my screen. I got Apple, Amazon, AMD, NVIDIA, all of these popping out of the open. Interestingly enough, Twitter is the one that is reversing off the open. Even the bank, Goldman Sachs, popping off the open here. We had Bank of America reporting earnings. They're about flat right now, although they look to have bought back the initial dip out of the open there. So interesting action here. Costa pulling back towards that 6 area.
Yep. Keeping a real close eye on it. As soon as it breaks that 596, I will be out of this
Big
one.
bid at 613 there. They're going to chew it.
Come on, baby.
Took about half of the bid there at 613.
Come on.
MDVL through 3 there, or right to 3 briefly.
Twitter getting crushed right now. Look for it to affect Snap also. Look how Snap is breaking down there. Facebook also down today, showing you that weakness there.
Come on, man. Go ahead and test those 650s. Come on, you can do it. Come on.
MDVL really trying here at 3. Looks to be a refresh seller there. Big bid at 301.
All right, if you guys see a stock moving out there, go ahead and call it out in the chat there. Looks like everything is starting to slow down. It was up utilities. Now you're seeing technology still in the red there. I know you're seeing some tech names jump, some higher price ones, but the lower price ones dragging it down right now. What is dragging it? Software application names and electronic gaming stocks. SE down 3% and Billy down almost 8%. That's a Chinese gaming stock that's getting crushed right now. So we'll see what happens. NIO is one that I'm looking for a short, looking for the bounce back towards VWAP. It already crushed down there towards 1930s. We're looking for the push back above 19s to get short, but man, I should have been watching this one a little bit out the gates there for that first VWAP fade there at 1929s. Looking for this to keep getting short on NIO because of what's going on in China. XPEV, let's take a look there. LI, they all look weak right now. Lucid breaking down there. We'll see what happens on those. Ford is actually up on the day, so just be careful there. Could see some swing. Tesla hanging out there at the 980s there. Let's take a look at the hourly support. Where's the hourly support on Tesla? I always like the hourly support there to play there, 980. So let's see if it can hold this 980 and scoop back up through the 1,000. Below that 980, we could see some downside action.
Casa just kind of hanging around here above the $6 barely. My average fill on this, I'm like scared to look away. My average fill on this is 607. Again, a low day break. I will be out of this one. Hoping for it to come back and at least test the 640 so I can scale out half.
I'd like to see a bounce in NIO and those Chinese names to get short on them, but right now I'm just letting them go. Industrial's up right now, farming and heavy construction. BE and CAT, man, have been such a good investment for the longer term. I'm glad I was able to talk about those on the monthlies in March, and they had an amazing monthly candle in March, and now are still pushing there on the dailies. If you take a look here, these are the March. That was the March candle, that big green candle, and you're seeing the continued strength in CAT today. Also seeing the continued strength in DE. Deer, look for these to continue as we get more and more infrastructure talk.
Casa doing its consolidating here between 6 and
Yeah.
620. We'd like to see this continue for higher.
All right, utilities still staying into the green there. Duke trying to push off. NEE's trying to push off. I'm going to go ahead and try to take a shot here in XEL. Looking to size into this because it's a little bit of a higher price name. So let's go ahead. Let's take a little bit here at 75. Looking for the push through the 74, 75s. And then looking for a lift above $75. Taking a little bit of a starter there in XEL. We'll see what happens here.
MDVL took out 3 again, although that's moving really quickly. Dog Z took out 630 on a daily spot. That actually looks really interesting here. Let me show you that. Mitch, this looks like a chart that you actually would really like on the daily here.
Let me know. Let me know.
Yeah, this formation right
Dog
here.
Z, I like that.
Yeah, plus everyone here likes animals. This is a big animal program, so we're willing to play these. But look at this spot here on my chart. This entire formation here just kind of got taken out. They took out the 630 level. If they continue to push here, it's going to need some volume for this to work. But if they continue to push here, I like this for higher. I like this easily for a 7 test. We'll see where this ends up going.
Yeah, really nice hold of 606 today.
They pulled Dogsy back now.
Yeah, if you look back, that 606 level is very important.
MDVL off that 3 now, took out 307. Next spot I got is 334 on MDVL.
$6 holding on Casa so far. VWAP is around 590.
Both stocks look good right now, guys. Looking for a pullback in AU to the VWAP, which is 24.19s here. AU to the VWAP. We'll see what happens. Gold looking decent here. Coal doing well there. Looking for SXC to take out 10 today. We'll see if that can take out 10. BTU in the red today, right out the gates. AMR is the coal stock pushing right now. It's up about almost 5%. There's a big level underneath it at 159.
Out Casa 589. You can see it also broke VWAP there. We were in the money around 630 area, but we want a higher move out Casa for a
that was the
17-cent loss.
That was the pull that I was worried about, Zunaid, right out of the open. That's why I wanted him to do that first before they sucked in the longs at the highs and then yanked it on him.
What do you mean, Zen? Fascinating stats on your Twitter? What did you find on my Twitter? I don't even know what I put out.
Getting crushed. Yeah, you're currently trading at around 44.60. I'd be interested in this one at $44, but
CEI going for that $1, and it went down to the support of 96. Didn't touch that 94. Coming back towards the $1 there. Don't know if you scalpers are alive out there, but does look interesting. I'm not going to take it. I don't like taking the $1 scalps. They're just like usually 5-cent pops. So for me, it's not a go, but I understand why you're looking at it right there. Oh, the SPY stats. That's what he's talking about. Yep. It's interesting. Interesting to see there for sure. I'm wondering if we still get that same kind of move that we got there. There's the crack of $1 CEI towards 101 on the offer side. We'll see what happens on that one. Looking to add here on XEL as it coming towards 74.50s. Took a starter there, looking to add here, and then we'll look to see it get back above 75. It's kind of more swing trading volume, just to give you guys the insight.
Casa trying to get over VWAP at the moment. 590 is what I've got. Let's take
All right, utilities taking control here. Energy now leading the party. So XOM, CVX, those stocks leading. Let's call some cheaper names. We just talked about CEI. There's another cheaper name that's actually moving also, kind of like CEI. IO. Really be careful with this one, guys. You're talking about 46 cents pushing up there, 31% today. ENSV is another cheap oil name today, moving on up about 14% already. That one had a nice resistance around 290s that it just pushed off and just got to $3. ENSV.
Yeah, ENSV, this is interesting here through that 3 spot like you mentioned. They also have earnings tonight.
We'll call out some more here. I just want to keep calling out some of these big movers. Remember, when I call out these big movers, remember that they could be low float and could be kind of a trouble to trade there. Looks like I see it on Zunaid's chart, NVIDIA pushing strong there, right?
Yeah, you've got NVIDIA pushing. Qs as well above VWAP. Casa can't get over and stay over the VWAP. As the Qs make a nice move, as does NVIDIA. You can see on the right-hand side of the chart.
All right, looking to get my ad there in XEL. Still haven't gotten my ad there. We'll see what happens on that. It is pulling back, but I do like that little push off the 74.40 mark. Look, I have an order out at 49s here to add. TRMD is another one, oil name that's making a big move, pulling on back there. We'll see if this one can come back and take out 11. It's interesting here off the low there. It's about 1040s for the risk, 1035 if you want to go down towards the bottom there, looking for a push back towards 11. Like I said, lower float names. Just be careful out there, guys.
Casa trying to curl off this 580 level. We had 585 as a spot earlier, so it'll be interesting to see if it can get going here.
AU pulling back towards that VWAP for gold. If you're looking at gold, I'm taking a look at this right now. I'm going to take a shot here. I'm trying to get in here. Just pushed towards 33s. Looking for a little bit of a pullback. 1 to 25 there, but it just literally jumped up 6 cents. See if I can grab it. AU looking for that pullback. It was right here, and it was moving up towards the 29, and it just jumped to toward 33s. Looking for it to take out the high there of 24.42s.
Qs had a real nice bounce, and they just pulled it right back below VWAP. I'm focused on this Casa, but I'm going to try to play the Qs.
Getting an alert from RY. Don't know what that one is. So let me go ahead and... AU's already taken off without me. I'm just going to have to leave it alone for right now. Royal Bank of Canada giving me an alert there. Interesting chart there. Anybody that likes to trade banks? Take a look at the weekly.
If Elon wants to dump his shares, he does it in the open market, or he's got to go through a dark pool? Obviously, he's got a shit ton. But like
he can do whatever, Zunaid.
Okay. I'm just curious why that
just to give you
massive dump in the opening. That's all.
Just to give you the insight, he can do whatever, really. He could be dumping right there at the open. There's AU taking out the 24.40s. That was a really good VWAP bounce there that I missed there on AU. Like the daily setup, remember we just saw the breakout through 24s. You get a push up towards resistance, pull back to the trend line, Right now, you see AU pushing on up there. Wanted to get in there at 24.25. It just jumped up 6 cents for me, but missing those little breakout towards the 24.50s. We'll see if AU can continue to run. For that one, you can watch like NEM. It's still off the VWAP. We'll see if that one can take out 86 on the top side. And GOLD has been moving well. GLD, let's see if that one can get off the support there.
MDVL right through 330. That, remember, that spot is 334. Not in it right now, but it looks like we're going to attack that spot here.
Boy, the 1 minute on Casa is literally just hugging VWAP as you've got the Qs trying to test low a day. Let's see what the SPY is doing. SPY above VWAP, Qs below. I'm going to take a shot here at some Q calls. I went ahead and grabbed the 338 calls at 180. Low day break, I'll be out. VWAP above is where I want to see it go. And then you've got the previous close, of course, right after that. Come on, Casa. Go ahead and touch 6 at least. Damn. Q's fighting with the VWAP. NVIDIA under. I doubt he can realistically liquidate 3.4. Well, it took him it took him like a couple of months or whatever it did. So I'm not saying he liquidated all of it. I'm just saying.
Yeah, it took him like a month.
Because it's like if he wants to dump it, if they've taken the poison pill, if you're Elon, what is your next move?
Look,
right?
first, so if you were the institutional, right, or the trader that got it on their trade desk and was like, Elon was like, here, sell this for me, where would you be selling? You'd be selling at the VWAP. So just pay attention to the amount of volume that's coming in on the VWAP. At least majority of the times, that's probably going to be the average price that the person is trying to get rid of it. Just mentality, right? We don't know 100% here, but that's what I would be looking at. I'd be looking for high volume through the VWAP, showing me that, hey, there's some bigger orders going through there. Be careful. That could be potentially someone trying to sell out of a big position.
Casa popped right above 6, texting the 620s now.
No banks here. DE has been a monster. I hope you have that one, Ron.
Wowzers, look at that wick on CASA. From 580, hit low a day, popped above, went right at 620, and then got yanked on down.
I remember when DE was going through 400. We talked about it that same day, and it looked so nice. Now it's up there to 444. It's almost 450s. Why do I think DE is moving? Infrastructure talk late Q2, Q3. I think that's all what you're going to be hearing once we get maybe potentially inflation worries to start calming down with the Fed raising those rates.
Q calls were up about 10%. We're hoping for a pop above VWAP for some bigger gains, so I'm not doing much with them there.
How's the SPY doing there? Holding there, holding. Right around the 438s. Now we're starting to see a little bit of a turnaround at what? 9:50, 10 o'clock. So just be careful there, guys. All right, let's see if we're going to get some change in sentiment here. How's the ARKK? That shows me a lot today, right? So if we were going to see the trash kind of start pushing and see a lot of stocks, growth stocks moving, shouldn't we see ARKK up today?
I'm going to go and add some more Q calls as it tests low of day here. If it goes ahead and breaks the 337 area, I will go ahead and get out.
Tesla breaking that 980 level. Just be careful there, guys. Ooh, Oof, Square breaking down big today there, guys. So is PayPal. We'll see if PayPal can really crack. It hasn't
Yeah,
cracked yet.
PayPal is really in trouble. That long idea did not work, did it?
It's hard when we try to call bottoms, right, Ryan?
Yeah, it sure is. You got that right. I mean, honestly, I think that this is probably going to be another retest of 90. Maybe if you hold it there,
The hard part.
maybe if you hold it there, it can turn back up.
Yeah, it's a hard part when you're trying to call bottoms in this market. It's just tough. Like I know a lot of people tried to call the bottom in AMD, and look where it's at, right back
Yep.
at there, right? So just you got to be careful out there, guys. I think in this kind of environment, it's sometimes better to buy stocks that are breaking out to the highs than trying to call the bottoms. Like let's say BTU, I feel like it's been a better name to try to get returns than let's say a stock like PayPal or Square that's been bouncing. Yeah, you get bounces, but have they been holding? That's the hard part. You don't know when to sell because you get a nice bounce, you get into the green, but you're like, you still have so much on the upside. Look. And that's usually what keeps you in from selling the profits. And then next thing you know, you're right back to their break-even price point.
Seeing some pretty big call sweeps in Caterpillar, ticker CAT. This is obviously an infrastructure play as well. Nice call sweeps here. This is Friday's 232.5s.
Low day break on the Qs. I'm going to go ahead and get out here on the Qs. Took a loss. Selling at 143.
All right. Just added there XEL again. Third ad there, guys, on the swing trade. Now let's start to see it start taking off. When I usually do my swing trades, I like to add in 3 buys. It gives me an ability to say, okay, was my timing off maybe about 5 minutes there? So now I can have my levels. I can go off of 74.25s and just let this try to work back through the 75 price point.
Seeing some call options in EQT. I have no idea what the hell this is.
Citibank calls.
Let's pull up
Citigroup,
EQT.
sorry.
EQT. I don't know what this is, but on EQT, they're buying the $50 calls expiring May 20th, approximately $100,000 worth. In Casa, by the way, nice little pop tested the 650s. Thank you for stopping me out, you jerk. Appreciate you. And there are the Qs. Break in low of day, headed towards the below 337s.
That AU, that's going to cost me a little bit there. Little FOMO action there on AU, now up about 4.3% on the day. We talked about this one pre-market. It was a really nice setup. I just missed the buys through 24.25, and there you guys have it up there towards 24.70s now. Nice little breakout there from a small risk. You were risking probably about 10 cents. You got 60 cents on the name already.
Good call, Jasmine. Looks like Casa all the way right back up to highs here.
Mm-hmm.
You still in those calls, Zunaid?
No, I am not. I got stopped out.
La casita. Up 1, up 2, up 3.
Yeah, big move.
Pull back towards resistance. Holding there. The 575 is such an important level. You had a resistance there that you broke out of, and now you pulled back towards that. So now you want to see that volume start really piling in on the 3 minutes. There you guys see it pulling in there. 6 was that pullback where it broke through 620s, pulled back to 6, giving you an opportunity. But this one has pretty big volatility there. You're moving about 30 cents there from the bottom there. When it broke out through this 6 level, it looked interesting because you went to 620s, pulled back towards that 574 support, then pushed back through 6. When you go back through 6, that's where I like it. The break of the whole level, pull back, and then when you go back through that whole level, I like to take my shots. As you can see, it already went through the 650s. So now you can look for pullbacks around, let's say, this 615 to hold. That's what I'd be looking for.
I'm going to take a crack here at TGT. I know the market's a little weak at the moment, but I went ahead and got filled on the equity side at 238.91. Stop loss will be around 238.10. Looking to take profits at 239.10.
All right. set the stop in XEL there, down there towards 74.11s there. If I do get hit, I get hit. I'm just going to leave it alone, let this work. If it comes back on up to our levels, we're good. We set up the risk and reward. That's all we can ever do. Let's go ahead. Let's look for some other names, see if I can find a day trade here now that we're seeing some stocks pull back. There you go. Let's go take a look at steel off the bottom there. ETU already coming on back there.
MDVL looks like it stopped right at that 334, pulled back all the way to the 3 area here. Some consolidation on this wouldn't be bad. Volume looks good.
Beautiful pop there on target. You're now up about $45 on 100 shares, so that's always nice.
Twitter curling here after the pullback off the 44.50 level.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to go short Twitter, you're looking at the 45.50 area to go ahead and get the best risk reward. A pop above that, you should go ahead and get out. On Casa, it looks like they're trying to break that 650. On Thinkorswim, I have an order out to buy it. I think it's 605 with a stop loss at like 589 or so on Casa. Casamigos. What is that? Why do I know that?
100% Mike.
I
think that's a restaurant.
Casamigos? It might be. Might be from my Texas days. I don't know.
Yeah, it sounds like Texas.
What?
Casamigos?
Yeah, for some reason it sounds like Texas.
Yeah.
I feel like I've heard it. We'll see right now. I might get stopped out here. They're trying to take out my stop there. I canceled it right now just to watch it go through the level. If it goes through the level, I'll stop it out on XEL. But I'm not going to also let them chase my stop right now. I'm canceling it. Like, hey, you want to take the shares down there? You could take it down there, but you're not taking my shares immediately.
Adrian is not happy with me. Apparently, it's a tequila. Sorry, I didn't know. I don't even know why that came to mind. Oh, why? Obviously, because we're playing Casa, and then I don't know, bro. Whatever.
Well, I got margarita downstairs, bro. We might as well just,
oh man,
serve up a margarita at 9:58 in the morning. Let's go. Let's do it.
That sounds like death.
Yeah, right?
That sounds like I would die.
What are you talking about? A little lime will do you good right now. A little lime and honey do you right, Ryan.
Whew.
You see how I just went to that 74.11s on XEL? It's like they tried to take out my stop, but good thing I took it off. We'll see what happens here. If it does break through it, I'm just going to get out, but I don't want it to be one of those low of the day wicks. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. Drink responsibly.
Trade responsibly. Don't drink and trade.
Yeah, I haven't done that one yet. I don't think I ever did that one yet. Not even in college.
I am interested in Twitter if it can go ahead and get around the 45.50 to take some quick puts on it. Maybe I can start the action now. Let's see. Let's see what the puts are going for. $2, 45-hour puts. See, right now I'm curious if that previous close acts as support or not. Yeah, I'm going to wait for a little better risk reward. I'm going to wait for it to pop up.
Ryan needs a hot whiskey right now. I don't think that would help. I think that
Ryan's a champ for even coming on.
I think that would screw up my internal body temperature.
My guys.
Thermo, a couple drops of oregano oil in water.
Yeah.
Oregano oil. I don't think I have. I think I've got oregano, but I don't think I have oregano oil.
Yeah, you need the good stuff too, man. The high concentrate.
How do you make oregano oil?
I'm out of that XEL, guys. The swing trade's out there. It's about like about a little bit over $30 loss. Nothing big there, guys. But getting out of the trade there. Not gonna fight it. Don't fight the tape.
I'm gonna try to buy this pull and dog Z here.
Set your limits. Know your outs. Respect the game.
Q's popping up, trying to get over the previous
Not
close.
Good.
AU was really nice, man. I think I missed that. That was probably the best buy of the
Got to
day.
be careful with oregano oil. Stuff is strong. Kill anything you have in your throat.
Twitter puts, I'm going to go ahead and get out for 10 cents. Got in at 197. I am out at 187.
Missy knows, Missy knows. Those alternative medicines out there.
Oh, Dog Z with a little bit of yank a couple of candles ago.
All right, let's go looking around there. Tesla coming back strong there. What do you say, Zunaid?
Well, you just went into DJ trader mode? What was that?
DJ.
That would be interesting, though. Someone went ahead and had a DJ voice while they were trading. The
DJ.
Qs, though, I mean, they've just been choppity chop, chop, chop like onions. Went ahead and dipped below, came right back. And now they're marching forward. Good thing we're in target to trying to take advantage of this one. Again, our target on target, haha, LOL, is 239.71. And is this going to be one of those scenarios where we don't get filled on our target by a couple of cents? Would not be surprised, as that's happened a few times to us. But Casa not really doing anything. Tried to break that 650 a few times. Couldn't get it done, though. Oh, boy. What? Oh. Poor Ryan. I hope he feels better.
Do we get above 165 here in Apple? It looks interesting. Setting up a 5-minute chart. Can the SPY start ripping? Decisions. Domani.
Ooh, target. See, man, come on, dude. We missed our target on target. I promise I'm going to do it there, but
We missed our
by like
target
11
on target.
cents,
I like
man.
it.
Like 11 cents. Couldn't just give me 11 cents, and we came back and tested VWAP. Great. Thank you. I'm going to go ahead and grab some target on Thinkorswim. Because why not? And our stop loss is going to be below VWAP. So let me make sure I put that in there.
Well, I didn't have any oregano oil. I'm not sure how to make oregano oil, but I did have some chamomile lemon tea. So I have that one up here. Ryan got shanghaied. I don't know what that means.
Is it like a happy? Never mind.
COVID. That's what they're saying.
I was going the other way with that.
They're saying you got COVID.
Ryan, take all 3 red, white, and blue pills.
There you go. That's what
I don't even
mean.
know what that means. I took ibuprofen to reduce the fever this morning, but that'll probably be the only pills I take today.
All right.
You do not make oregano oil. It's a supplement you buy. Melissa, I'm going to have to look into that.
Yeah.
Oh, I dipped just because I went to go heat up some tea. That actually sounded like a really good idea.
Sabrina says Marvel ripping.
MRVL.
MRVL and MDVL both ripping.
Gonna have to buy that stuff they're trying to sell me on YouTube left and right. That mud.
What is that?
Have you ever gotten the mud advertisement? Nope, not yet. You guys in the chat, you guys got that mud advertisement?
Oh, it's literally made out of mud, isn't it?
It's like no, it has like just a whole bunch of like like has like turmeric. It has different kind of some microdose into shroomies.
I was going to say,
turmeric is
Marco
fine,
Polo suggested that I take magic mushrooms. I'm not sure that would help me. Now Mitch is telling me to microdose mushrooms. I don't know where you guys are.
That's what you need, bro.
I may trying to get you fired.
What are you
Mitch
talking
trying
about?
to get me fired.
I microdose time.
Damn, what stock was about to look at? Oh, Tesla. Someone mentioned it's above VWAP.
All right, so do we take the apple right here? Let's try. Let's give it a shot. All right. I didn't get in there. Can I get the 75? I want the 75s. All right, let's see it. Boom. I'm in. What'd I get? 72? Yeah, 72. All right, 164.72. Taking a little bit of apple. Want to see it come right back through the VWAP and push through 165. If it doesn't do that, I'll take what I can get. So here's the Apple trade, guys. You see the VWAP. That's that orange line right there. We're going to look for it to push right through 165. Why? A move above VWAP, right below VWAP, getting in there, holding towards the risk, looking for the breakout above the 165. It's also a 15-minute range breakout above 165.40s. So let's see if we can get that.
HNRG making a huge move here. Another coal name to go with Mitch's BTU.
You know how I love my black gold.
Dipped out of the open to 482 and is now printing above 6. What a move.
I'm going to go ahead and grab contracts, 2 of them, just 2, because it's way above VWAP for me. I want to go ahead and grab the NVIDIA 220 calls expiring this week. Got filled at 440. Well, 395, but we'll call that 440. If it goes ahead and comes back to test this 314 area, I'd be interested in grabbing some more.
Hit the
But
165 there.
now.
Looking for
Did
it
I
to
color your
continue.
hair? It looks pretty. No, I got a haircut. I actually have a flight later tonight for an esports gig. So tomorrow you'll see me trading from a hotel. So hopefully Ryan feels better. If not, if my internet's crap, it's going to be Mitch live trading with y'all.
Actually, it's not. It's going to be none of us. We won't be live for the rest
What
of
we
the
got
week.
tomorrow? Wait,
Won't be
really?
live.
do we have?
Psychedelics tomorrow.
Wait, we're not doing live trading tomorrow?
Psychedelics.
So we're live streaming that is what you're saying?
Yes. Mitch is going to his own psychedelics conference, and we're streaming a psychedelic conference. So come on over, guys.
Well, that'll work out. So then I don't have to worry about the hotel Wi-Fi.
Zunaid, just worry about nailing it out.
Zunaid, when
Yeah,
you
man.
go there, when you go on, you don't use your phone? You don't use your hotspot as your Wi-Fi?
Oh, no. I would assume the hotel Wi-Fi should be better than what I got on my phone.
Oh,
I
hell
would
yeah.
just-
I would assume that.
But it
You don't
depends,
get
though.
5G connection on your...
No, I don't think so.
Oh, man.
No. Yeah, that's why I don't have a hoodie because it's in the dryer.
Yeah,
before flight.
the move for you would be probably a 5G mobile hub, but I mean that thing's guap.
Thrifty. Yeah, I'm going to Indianapolis, right near Lucas Oil Stadium.
Hey, there you go. Going to the
Follow me on
Colts.
Twitter.
I've never been to
post
that
some
stadium.
interesting stuff.
I've always wanted to go to that stadium. I like the Colts.
Yeah.
Which stadium?
Lucas Oil.
Oh, Lucas Oil. Yeah, that's supposed to be a good one.
Yeah, it's an interesting one for sure. All right, guys, setting the stop here. Just paying attention here. 164.50s. Don't want to see Apple break down below that. You probably going to see the SPY take out the lows if that happens. And I don't want to be anywhere part of some longs if that happens. And it's looking like we're getting that right now.
I don't think I've traded from a cruise before. By the way, target coming below VWAP. I'm gonna close.
Whoa, Zunaid got the rug pull.
Maybe Zunaid is on hotel Wi-Fi and he was just fibbing.
Zunaid got the rug pull.
He's back. Zunaid's back.
You got rug
I
pulled.
got the rug pull. That's funny.
They
No,
pulled that rug.
I'm gonna look to close some of my target position here since it's below VWAP. Yeah,
Man, Sabrina bringing the real tough treatment. She said gargle with hydrogen peroxide.
I mean,
Look at that face.
is that safe? Someone told me I was
That's
watching
safe.
TikTok, and TikTok told me that if I
oh
want
God, that's funny.
whiter teeth, I should
Oh, good Lord.
use charcoal. No, not charcoal.
Yeah, charcoal, hydrogen peroxide.
Yeah, and I'm over here like, you trying to melt my teeth? Like, damn. But I'll be honest, I don't know what. any
Stopped
that
out of
stuff
Apple there,
does.
guys. Stopped out. Probably a little early too there. It just kind of wicked me through, but it is what it is. At least not like I lost much. I think I lost like less than $10 on that. I just gave it a shot. Tesla's holding the VWAP. We'll see if that one can get going there.
Yeah, Tesla's got a little bit of consolidation right above VWAP, and I'm waiting for NVIDIA to go ahead and crack high a day as well. What you laughing at?
I'm laughing at the back and forth that our chat is giving over the different medical suggestions that are being
Yeah, it's
offered.
hilarious.
I'll tell you what.
Turmeric works.
Every time that I don't feel well, I'm gonna come to the internet for some suggestions. I've got oregano oil, which I've never heard of before. I've got all types of exotic teas. I've got someone telling me to dilute and gargle hydrogen peroxide. We've had an entire side discussion on turmeric and cayenne pepper and ginger so far today. I mean, this is just a wealth of information. I'm all about it.
You're microdosing shrooms now.
Oh, that's right. How could I forget? You guys told me to trip balls to feel better. It just doesn't make sense.
Well,
hey, you got to enjoy it here on Benzinga. You get it all. You get it all. We don't hold back.
Casa went ahead and popped above 650, by the way.
Yeah, Marco Polo says, yeah, we will heal you. You're healed. Oh, man, this is some
Hit the
fun
like,
stuff.
guys. If you guys appreciate getting the alternative medicine tips today, please hit the like, guys. Smash it on up.
All right, you've got NVIDIA now. Look at that high a day. Nice little move. Tesla off for that little consolidation that it had for a few minutes. Target right back above as well. Going to go ahead and close out some on Thinkorswim here. Lock in some gains. Got filled at 239.10s.
Look at Casa pushed to the highs.
Yep, Casa trying to break above the
Casita.
680.
There's
Area.
Apple. Now Apple wants to. I told you. It needed to stop me out right quick there, guys. Look at Apple. Nice little takeoff there. We'll see what happens on that one.
So if you're in some Tesla calls, right? Look, the 995 area is resistance, and that's where you had higher days. So if you're in it, this is where I try to scale out a little bit, and then you can maybe get that test of 1,000. But make sure you lock in some gains. Our NVIDIA calls, by the way, are up about 9%. So that's really
AMD taking
gonna
off
hold
also.
on, since I only have a couple.
That one looks interesting too. AMD pushing if you're looking at tech names.
And our target on target just got hit. So there's profit taking on target. I'm going to hold on to the remaining shares that I have on
target on target.
Speaking of the tech names, the corresponding ETFs are looking really nice too. SOXL, the levered semiconductor bull, and the TQQQ, the technology ETFs. Both of those popping to the highs here. HNRG pulled back pretty heavy from its highs.
Do any of you guys, I just read this comment about hot tub and from Daniel. How many of you in the chat, and obviously Ryan and Mitch as well, do a, what is it called? Ice tub shower, ice tub dip, whatever?
I can't even.
I can tell you about that. I got you.
You know what I mean?
Does
The closest thing I get to that is a cold shower, right? So I can do like a decently cold one for maybe about 2 minutes, and it works for me. Whether call it placebo if you want or not, but I like it. Cold plunge. Thank you. Yes. Thank you, Brian.
Looking at right now, NIO for potential short. Let me maybe get into this trade and I'll talk a little bit about that. So pretty much it's all about putting your muscles in atrophy. So you got to look at that and kind of the technical.
How you going to use a big word and expect me to know what it is? I call it esports, not Pictionary, dictionary, spelling bee. I don't know what that means.
So pretty much what so like let's look at it like in like a football player's mentality, right? Those are the people that usually do ice baths. That's where I learned it from. Taking my short here NIO guys, 1905s off the top there, 1929s is the risk. Looking for this to really crush back down there towards 1860s. Been wanting to short some of these Chinese names. It could push back towards 1911s here, but I don't even want to see it get back above 1911. I want to see it just take out 19s on the downside. This is NIO setup here. You see the VWAP right here, right underneath it. We're going to look for that to get taken down on the downside and then see the low of the day get taken down. All right. So, so Zunaid, a lot of that is just kind of how much do you put your muscles into like how hard do you work out? And when you do that high intensity, one of the hardest things is to trick your muscle to going into rebuilding mode faster. And so a lot of times when you work out, your muscle stays in kind of that state for hours at a time. And that's why there's certain post workouts that will actually have some hormones, some things to kind of change you into that rebuilding stage immediately. So when you shock yourself and you put yourself in that ice bath, essentially you're telling your body, go in rebuilding mode because I need you to rebuild these muscles.
Yeah.
So that's what it's all about, really.
Interesting. Yeah, I don't know if I go that extreme during my workout.
They say it's really good for your nervous system to like kind of get that shock. So
On NVIDIA, since I only have 2 contracts, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna wait to see if we can go ahead and get the 219.50 test. But you're up about 16%, so please go ahead and do as you see fit for your account. If you decided to follow like a dummy, up about 15, 16% on those contracts at 220 calls on NVIDIA. Yeah, that's I was thinking about the immune system and also just how mentally it kind of helps you be more focused. Because, like, for example,
Oh,
I know if
hell
I
yeah.
take a nice hot shower at night, I'm trying to knock the hell out. Where a cold one in the morning will kind of wake me up, get me in go mode, if you will. So I have noticed that, which is why sometimes I try to cap my showers off with a cold minute or so. City, by the way, looks like it's pushing according to Daniel. Let's see. I don't like to play banks. They just don't move is not for me. But clearly, I'm the dummy here as it goes from 51 to 52. Whole point there. Casa still trying to break that 680. What else? What other players did we focus on? Target. I've only got 200 shares left of Target on Thinkorswim. I'm all out on TradeStation side, obviously.
Yeah, the same thing. That cytotherapy chamber is the same thing. It's just a different way of going about it. You're not getting into water. You're just getting into a gas. You're just standing up in a gas state that brings your body into extreme cold. Same thing. And these chat girls, man, they be making their money out there because they be coming in here all the time.
I was saying, if we're getting the porn bots, that must mean we're doing something right? Because porn bots know where the eyes are. So we appreciate you sticking with us, group, and we will keep banning the.
Is Playboy up today or something?
That's funny.
Hey, the centerfold, man, they're trying to compete.
Ooh, PayPal. All
right, guys.
Did I miss the $100 amount?
You're gonna get out of here, Ryan?
Early today.
Hey, well, thank you, my friend. I hope you feel better.
I will be back tomorrow, though.
Hey,
well, we won't be here.
Get better, though.
Well, I'll try to be back anyways.
We'll still be trading.
You and I should, we have the login. We should just set up a StreamYard.
There you go. You see what happens? I didn't hear anything, guys. Hit the like. Let's keep it going. See you, Ryan.
Hey, feel better,
Take care, man.
Feel better, Val.
All right. Then there was 2 guys. We got about 40 minutes left, about 10, 15. I don't know how long Zunaid is going to stay, but you guys can determine it by smashing the like button. Let's go. Let's see if we can get 600 likes. I will force Zunaid to kind of stick around. I'll find somebody to go on the squawk. Let's go. Who can get those likes up? You see that smile on Zunaid. Get those likes from my man.
We can hang. I just got to get my steps. You gotta
get the steps going. That gets the
I
oxygen going,
right?
That gets the oxygen going, and then that gets the brain going.
I want to see a break on a target above the 240. I'm gonna let a couple of 100 shares ride on target. Same thing with these contracts on NVIDIA. We're up about 15% or so. I'm not gonna try to take them here. The reason I was looking at PayPal, and sorry for the screwdriver that I'm about to stab you guys, but the reason I was looking at PayPal was to see if I missed the $100 bounce. I did not. Looks like the lowest it got was around 190. So I'm not upset at myself. That's okay. Neo, by the way, hanging out right above.
Just literally, I'm watching it. I'm looking for that breakdown here. We'll see if we get it. I might add one more at 890s when we crack the VWAP. But for right now, I'm waiting for it to really give me that look that it wants to flush down. Jennifer throwing the likes in the chat. Appreciate you, Jenny. All right, we'll see what's going on out there. Holding a May 20 strike on 20 Neo put. Hey, not a bad one there. We'll see if that one can get really cracking here. You guys see the trade setup. Let's see if we can get that flush down through it and then get it back down to the low of the day. That's where we'll take some profit near this 1865. We could go towards the 1850s. But I'm not trying to push it because there's a lot of bodies that close right there and a lot of wicks. So you did get some buying pressure there. We're going to look for it to come near that level, take some profit, and then look for the real takedown. Let's go. What do you guys got on out there? You guys got a big mover or maybe something you guys want us to take a look at? Throw it up in the chat. And got a question here from Daniel. Zunaid, what esports are you calling this weekend?
NBA 2K. So if you just here, I can drop it on the chat.
That's what's up, man. I
It's a
gotta
lot
check
of
out
fun.
Zunaid live, guys. Hey, guys,
So
let's do a favor. We gotta check out my man live. We're gonna go do a raid on Zunaid's stream. Do they got a chat in there? Because we're gonna raid that thing,
So
Zunaid.
it's like a Twitch chat, right? So I play
Oh,
different
get ready, team.
roles. I play different roles for the league. When we're remote, I'll do a little bit of color and broadcast, a little bit of color and play by play. But when we're in person, they have folks that have been doing this a lot better and more than I have. So I do sideline reporting and things like that. But this is the Twitter account, if you will. But yeah, I fly out later tonight.
Boom, boom.
They're playing for, it's a pot of $250,000 since it's the first tournament, but they have 6 tournaments total for a prize pool of 2.5 million. Take a look at Oxy. Oxy had a nice move, by the way. ATER 570, trying to break that one here. If it came around VWAP, it'd be a little better shot for me, but I'm not going to go ahead and take it here. Neo bouncing off of VWAP. And what was I about to look at? Oh, AXY.
Oxy.
Yeah, Brian, go ahead and set your alarm for 7 p.m. on 420. You can have one screen esports,
Boom.
one screen psychedelics. Have two
You guys
extreme
have
ends
it.
of the world, if you will.
Let's go. Let's go. Trust me, I will join in on that. And no closet alcoholic here. To tell you the truth, guys, I've become a little wuss when it comes to drinking. But hey, it happens. It happens. Maybe in my college days, you could have got me with that one. But
Got a couple hundred shares on target. I told you guys on Thinkorswim, we're going to look to get out of 100 shares here to lock in some beautiful gains. Got out at 240.40. And then Casa, I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this limit order that I have.
Trying to think if I'm going to sell my SXC swing trade or not. It's not in a bad position there, but doesn't want to break out above the 973s. I'll give it one more chance to get through that level. Don't want to see it break through the 950s today.
Do you need a tester for psychedelics? That's funny.
Yeah, I tried to ask Jennifer, but they wouldn't let me. You know.
LOL.
All right. Got any thoughts on ENSV? ENSV. Let's take a look.
Did I trade that earlier?
Looks like a nice little penny stock. Daily chart doesn't look too bad. It just needs volume. Guys, NIL testing towards the high there. We'll see if it gets above 1929s. That's a stop out level. It's pushing on up, but taking a look at this ENSV, nice level above it at 3. It just needs some volume. Doesn't look bad. It's kind of just slower moving stock there.
Target
Definitely lower volume too.
Target high day, NVIDIA high day, 30% gains on those NVIDIA contracts. I'm going to go ahead and I don't want to, because I'm $1 short of my target. That's why I don't want to, but we won't be greedy. I'm going to go ahead and sell one here. And by the time I do, it drops 20 cents. Thank you. 550 out on one of my contracts. We got in at 440, out at 550. And then you've got Target with nice high day here as well. Do you think the holiday just pulled everything down and then it's moving back up to where it was on Thursday morning? I mean, literally, maybe. I haven't looked at the chart in that with those lens. But I'll be honest, the seasonality stuff and this, that, and the other, it's really not my forte whatsoever.
Yeah.
By the way, Tesla, nice little touch on the 1,000. I do see some calls. Oh, by the way, ooh,
look at that Tesla move, man.
Yeah. Seeing some calls in NVIDIA, they're buying the 225. Seeing some calls in Tesla, they're buying the $1,100 call, spending about $750 on that.
Oh, that Apple trade where it stopped me out. Like, look at that peak right there on that crack, and then that's not a bad trade there. If someone was able to land that pattern there, there was a nice pattern there on the 3 and the 5 in the 15-minute range breakout. I just didn't hold to the bottom of the range, which was 164.16s. And you can see here it went towards 164.15s, and then the next candle went towards 164.09, recovers that immediately, then gets back up through that high. That's a 15-minute range breakout trade. This happens all the time, at least, that kind of trade. QS doing well today? Battery play? It's actually not doing well right now. Ooh, NIO right on my level there. Just touching it right now. We'll see if it rejects here or does it hold above. Just rejected there. Keeping a close eye on it. You guys see my level right there. 1929's the pre-market low. We're looking for that to kind of hold here.
Check Affirm news. If you haven't, Affirm had some flow. I know.
Needs to come right back down towards the 910s here. Don't want to see the breakout above 1929s into the 1931 area. Dun, dun, dun. AMD might hit 105 today. Man, that would be a nice move. If it can get all the way up there. That would be a nice move. Will it go up? Unfortunately, we can't tell you, my friend. You got to determine your own investment decisions.
Do you guys think AMD would hit what? Isn't AMD even near 100 today? Yeah, no, it's like $10 below. Do I think it'll hit at 105 today? No. No, sir. Unless you know something I don't.
We need the red. We need the 8-ball.
Yeah, I don't know, brother. I don't know if it's gonna hit 100 today. I'm not saying it can't. I'm just saying I don't know. And see, this is why we take gains when we can, I guess, because NVIDIA's down $1. Let's see what Target's doing. TGT. See, Target coming down to test the 240s. I like that. Testing the breakout area. Now, if you want the best risk reward, though, you can go ahead and try to nibble here. And if you go ahead and get stopped out by, say, 30 cents or so, go ahead and get out. But the best risk reward is always going to be near VWAP, which is about $1 away, 75 cents away. Twitter in hold. Can't decide up or down. Well, let's take a look at Twitter, shall we? $47 resistance. Yeah, you've got high pre-markets, 47.50s. Yeah, it's a no play for me. I agree with you.
The Bulls. All right, we need some music in here.
YOLO Netflix and earnings. I've stopped YOLOing as much into earnings. I will in terms of day trading.
My man said,
Let me go ahead and clarify the statement there. In earnings, I won't do it as much, just because, you know, it's just I've lost too much money on that side of things. Now I may do like a call spread and things like that, but not really.
All right, guys, you guys got to keep us going here, guys. We're going to have to get to the point where there's going to be times we have to shut down because we're not getting the likes, guys. We don't even have 300 likes today, guys. Over 900 people in here. Come on, guys. 50% needed every day.
Well, Target's coming back to VWAP, so I am going to, I missed it because I was a little slow, but I'm going to go ahead and add a couple hundred shares on Thinkorswim just so I don't give up too many of my gains. But if it goes ahead and breaks VWAP, I will go ahead and get out. But Target had a nice move, came down, testing VWAP here. Let's see if we can go ahead and get a move again. And then you've got Apple. Damn. Yeah, Apple's a little too far away from VWAP, or else I'd be interested in that one.
All right, let's get this rolling here.
Yeah, you might need that music because unfortunately I will have to head out to start packing because then I got to do squawk and all of that.
Got it. Let's go. Let's go.
You going to play reggae or what?
You know me.
There you go. Awesome.
There you go.
Line
Coming in
wire.
here.
Oh man, those line wire days, man.
LimeWire days.
What was the one before that? Kaza, I think it
Yeah,
was.
Kazaa, and then before that, of course, if anyone really started,
That's
it was all about the Napster.
Napster. There you go. I said
Napster. I
Netscape.
opened Napster. I used Napster. I remember. And then I remember when it got shut down. It was like, no.
Zunaid,
Then-
what are you doing with your Twitter? Sorry, go ahead.
No, yeah, no, go ahead.
I'll just read the chat. Zunaid, what do you do with Twitter? So I went ahead and posted on Twitter. Okay, this is funny. I went ahead and posted on Twitter when someone asked me that. I went ahead and exited those when it seemed like us less likely about them accepting the buyout offer. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a separate Twitter account to where I just give updates because I don't want to leave folks hanging at all. But again, speaking of Twitter, you got a couple of calls coming into the 4950s. That expires May 20th. About $100,000 worth.
$24 hours. Hey. Let's go, guys. Hope you guys have a good one.
Tesla. All right, we're gonna take a stab at something here. I'm gonna go ahead and get Tesla. 1,100 shares. I mean, $1,100 calls. Just gonna buy one contract. Uno contract got filled at $6.75. There's two options here. You can keep a tight stop. If it goes ahead and hits 998, you get out. Or if it goes ahead and hits 992, you go ahead and get out. But I am in Tesla calls. $1,100 calls. I'm hoping for a run up, to be honest.
Yeah, my dad still uses Rhapsody.
Rhapsody. Was it Netgear? That was the old internet before AOL?
Netscape?
Netscape? Yeah, one of those.
Yeah, I know Netscape existed. Hey, who has that dial-up, man?
Oh, yeah, no. Man, I played Madden on dial-up, and boy, I'd hate it when anyone would call because you can't even stop it, right? So they would. I'd have to unplug everything in the house.
I remember I used to do that on purpose on Halo 2 to lag the servers.
Dude, okay, so whenever I would play Madden, I think it was if you hit the print screen button or something, or if you hit pause break, whatever,
Yeah.
it would lag the other person. And I was like, that's wild.
Yeah, my friend had that
Net Zero. There you go.
An internet kind of wireless router that you could just hit like a button and it would literally cause everyone to go into hosting stage on Halo and then we could just take people out.
Oh, man.
While everyone's in the rebooting stage, he would be live and
Good
just floating around.
times.
Oh, the Halo 2 days.
Good times.
Super jumping and getting off maps. I
Target.
remember when,
Nice, real quick. Target, nice little grabs here. I'm going to go ahead and scale out at half the size that we had just to go ahead and lock in some gains on Target. Got filled at 240.20. And the rest, so the rest that we already had, we're going to let it ride. And then the rest of the ads that we have, we're going to let it ride as well. Actually, the ads that I went ahead and took, maybe if it gets to around the 240.80 area, I can go ahead and scale out some. NVIDIA, by the way, currently at the 217 area. Those calls went all the way up to 30%. We took some at 550s. Now they're back at 5. This is why you always want to scale out.
All right, guys, starting to get that dip down on NIO. We'll see if it breaks through the 1890s. That's what I'll add and look for the takedown below VWAP. But right now, it's bouncing at the 19 level. Got up there towards the resistance in my stop, but just rejected from it. So we'll see if it takes out the low there. NIO. Apple looks like it's moving well there. Also on the left-hand side there, that was one that we looked at earlier. Tesla moving on up. And it looks like an overall good day for the market, at least bouncing a little bit there.
Jessica, ASL. That's what every creep would want to know in those chat rooms. Good times. I remember those good times.
All right. We're getting a nice message here from Flores. You guys rock it every day. Look forward to trading here every day. That's what it's all about, building the community. And really, look in the chat. Look for those good traders into. It's not just us here in the stream. It's about you guys out there in the chat helping each other out, getting to the right names, right? We're not here to try to pump different stocks and try to get into different names. That's not what it's about. What it's about is coming together as a team to kind of point in the right directions, then make our own investment decisions.
Nah, forget that. I'm here to pump Tesla and Target. You know, I got that clout.
That's this guy.
Stop it. Get me off screen. So look at Tesla, right? $1,000 bounce so far, holding. As I say that, it might say screw you, pumper. And Target hit on target. So the 240.80s went ahead and exited the ads that I had on the VWAP bounce. So all of those are gone. Now I just have 100 shares remaining on Target. And we're just going to let that baby ride.
Just got my ad there on NIO there in the 1890s now. We're at an average here towards 1901, looking for the flush down and continued flush down. Don't want to see it back above 1910s here. Let's look for the continued flush down in NIO. Do the 1875s. As we get through there, I'll be looking to take some profit and then look for the rest to break down the lows.
I really, really, really am tempted to take one more contract of this Tesla. Really am tempted. But I will not. I will not. I will not.
Yeah, maybe if you did it, maybe if you did it earlier, I would be like, yeah, take it. But now I'm sure those have jumped already from where they were originally at.
Fuck, I just did. Damn it.
This guy taking swings.
So here's the thing. So the first contract, I was going to give it space, right? But this second one, nah, if it hits 998, I'm out. So I'm in 2 contracts now. Thankfully, my fill was the exact same, which tells you that doesn't tell you much. State hasn't been impacting it that much for 20 minutes, but 675 on the $1,100 calls.
Let's go, guys. 782, baby. The sounds of. Can we get it? The Tesla Dragon?
Hated when people walked away. Jessica, was there a timer? I feel like there had to have been a timer. Oh, you know what I did, Jessica? So again, because, technology, I think there was something called AIM, like AIM something, where pretty much it was like a plug-in that would tell you, hey, if you hit the Q, I think it's called the Q. If you hit the Q this way, that ball is going to go here, and then this here and that. And so I'd be like, that's what I used. I know, I'm a cheater. I know, I'm sorry. By the way, those Tesla calls are now up 4%. Tell your mom you're a day trader with those type of gains. 217 held on NVIDIA, looking to make a push towards the 220s. The only way to play. I love it.
Trying to get that money.
We are, man.
Money.
It's been a great day.
Money. Let's go. There's only one way to play. That's the buy, right?
Yeah. Tesla, by the way, trying to break the highs. So those calls are now up about $25. Again, I'm not going to sell it. I was hoping for a little test at 1010, so I can get maybe 60, 70 bucks out of it to pay for the parking that I'm going to have to deal with. But
all right,
that's one thing I got to figure out. Do you park when you go to the airport? How far the airport is for you?
Me, I normally get a ride to it. But if I need to park,
your fiance, right, to drop.
Yeah. If I need to park, I'll look for those like flyaway, and I'll look for a Groupon to get that thing
Uber
on the half. No, I honestly, it depends. If you need to leave your car there, and you want if you're far from it, I look for those discounts on Groupon for those fly-in stays.
Yeah.
And I'll get it for like $5 or $6 a day.
I feel you.
I mean,
I feel you.
How long are you going to be away for, Zunaid?
Yeah, so this one's going to cost me about $100, but I'm going to try to get it expensed anyway. Speaking of which, today's tax day, make sure you fill out your taxes. I'm going to go ahead and take some gains here. Go ahead and take that one contract I told you I would scalp if it came near the 1010s. Got in at 675, out at 760. So that's a crisp $85. That'll help pay for parking.
We're going to chase those crazy Zunaids out of town.
Man. I am excited. The toughest thing is going to be if I fast during the broadcast or not. That'll be really tough, but we'll find
Yeah,
out.
it is tough. I'm
See
sure,
what I
man.
do.
How strict are you with your fasting?
How what?
How strict?
I'm not.
There's
I'm
some
not at
people
all.
that a little less.
Yeah. No, I am definitely not even as religious or anything like that. I try to do it if I can, but no. How athletes do it? No idea.
Yeah, I really don't know that one either.
No idea. Target, by the way, high a day here at the 241.14s. As you've got NVIDIA held at 217s, trying to bounce up. Again, remember, we still have one contract on NVIDIA. We still have one contract on Tesla that we're going to let it ride for the So if you use Ripster's EMAs, that's typically what I do to kind of be in the trade. If it hits my goals, like, for example, I know one of my goals was the 220. I already sold at 219. So now if I go to the 10-minute, if this EMA holds, the green one, I think it's the 13, is it? Let me go ahead and check. Let me check what EMA this is. I think it's the 13. Yeah, it's a 13. As long as it holds that, I'm going to go ahead and stay in the trade. If it cracks below or VWAP, I'm out. It's as simple as that for me. Are you guys going to be at FinTwit? I don't think I will be. I don't know about Mitch. I believe Ryan will be.
Yeah, I believe Ryan will be there. So if you guys want to go to the FinTwit conference, definitely go on over there. I'm trying to get towards a different conference, but it doesn't mean that you guys won't still see me. Like always, I'll be also, I think we're doing a later trader one in the year, so I'll be at probably that one. I'm trying to get on over to VCon, really. Got to get to my man, Gary V. Oh, and
is he going to be there?
Well, at VCon, of course, his conference, man.
Oh, you're okay. My bad. I thought you meant the trade. I was like, wait, what?
Yeah, I'm trying to get on over there with Chris. But mentioning Chris Ketchy and mentioning the roadmap and mentioning NFTs and all this, why not give Crypto his question there? He's asking some questions about NFTs and security. What I would say is go to the roadmap, guys, because Zunaid and I are not NFT experts here.
My mom has more than me.
I've been watching them since the very beginning, been talking about them on Money Mitch, but that doesn't mean that I have a ton of them. I do have some NFTs. I'm not going to say I have none, but nothing that I would say is valuable.
I love Vegas. I'll tell you why. I don't even do anything crazy in Vegas. I had a flight. So I think this was when Hurricane Ira was going on in Atlanta, and I was in LA. So I was stuck. I couldn't fly back. So then I took a 30-minute, it's the shortest flight of my life. I took a 30-minute flight to Vegas. And then I had a flight at 7 a.m. I got to Vegas at like 10 p.m. I spent 9 hours or whatever it might have been at the poker table. And I lost maybe like $400 or $500 or whatever. But like, I didn't know where time went. It was that, like, I got out of the casino and I felt like I was in hangover because I was like, holy shit, that's the sun. Like I just lost track of time and everything. If it wasn't for like my alarm going off, I was like, oh yeah, like I need to brush. I need to shower. I need to leave for the airport.
Yeah.
I love Vegas though, because you can do whatever you want, right? You can go to a show, you can go to different things. If that's your cup of tea, you can gamble, or you can be in your hotel and watch Netflix. Like whatever you want to do, there's something for you. Absolutely love Vegas.
Yeah, I actually, I still remember on Specs Attack, we did talk to Gary Vee before he even did his own NFTs that eventually went pretty 5 to 10x. So just keep out there. We'll see what happens on those. But definitely, we'll see what happens out there. Like always, guys, we're going to keep battling. I'm going to take an overall look in the sectors right now. Energy leading us. Oh, well, actually, it looks like basic materials now from the open. Yeah, basic materials from the open. What is doing well in basic materials today? Let's take a look there. Copper, agricultural inputs, stocks like UAN, IPI. These are stocks that we've been looking at. Even MOS, Mosaic Company. I did see it mentioned in the chat a little earlier there. That one moves well with CF. Looks like Mosaic is actually kind of leading it today. It's on the higher side than CF. We'll see if that one can continue to follow.
It definitely smells like piss. That is very true. Definitely smells awful. You're not wrong.
The homeless. You know how it is, man.
Well, it's not even just the homeless. It's the folks with the diamond earrings that are just tipsy and they just,
They just can't handle it,
No, but it definitely smells awful. There's no question about that.
Yeah, they put oxygen in the rooms to keep people awake. They also do temperature control to keep people kind of calm. That's why you
And
walk
the
in.
smells, right? The smells in terms of the scent, not the
Yeah,
hearing smell, but the scent
aromatherapy.
helps you stay awake and engaged and stimulated and all that stuff as well.
You know it, guys. Never played too much poker there. I need to though. I need to
Oh,
go
I
for a
suck at
tournament.
poker. Boy, somebody, if I see 2 face cards, I'm all in. I don't give a shit. I'm all in.
You
That's
got to
the
start
way
it early, right?
That's the way I
Start it
roll.
early, right? I mean, all in, make your money, and then hang out in the tournament until you can make
Mama ain't
into the
raised no
pot.
wuss.
Zunaid YOLO's on pretty much everything. Life itself.
Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. The way that I trade
Life itself, man.
is how I live my life. Now, that's a good thing and a bad thing. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Don't get me wrong.
You gotta manage your risk, right, Zunaid?
I've done some dumb stuff. Haven't
Gotta
gone
manage.
to jail yet, so thank you.
Not
for
that dumb yet.
Yeah, no. I would not last a day in jail.
There's
Hell no.
dumb, and then there's
Hell
stupid.
no. I'm pulling what's his name? What's that rapper's name? 69? That rapper, the one who snitched. I'm pulling
The one
him.
who snitched.
There's no way in hell I'm gonna
Zunaid's
last
not
a
in
day
jail.
in jail. Nope, not doing it. No, thank you. Not even a little bit.
Yeah, I do better in sports than I do in like kind of poker and all that. I mean, I feel like I lose all the time in that. I feel like I do better in sports.
Maybe when I should go when I have money. Yeah, you gotta go whenever. I mean, depends on what you mean by money, right? Like in terms of budgeting, but it's not like you need to have thousands of dollars.
Agreed.
If you plan it out with like coupons and trips and this, that, the other, it's not that expensive. Gambling is where it gets expensive. But if you go to Old Vegas, you can play like $5 hands of blackjack. Don't be a rat. Hey, you think? Listen. No. I ain't dropping no soap. I ain't doing nothing. As soon as I get in that cop car, I'm like, yo, let me tell you about my homeboy, what he did last summer. As soon as I hear the handcuffs, yo, listen. You know, Jeff from 8th grade, let me tell you what he did.
So let me not talk about my microdosing.
Oh, you better not. Yeah, hey, listen, Ryan was sick on 4/18/2022, and then at 10:35, let me tell you what he did.
There was some microdosing pulled up to the corner there.
Oh man,
At least,
DLTR. What is
yeah,
that?
the Dollar Tree, man. I wish I still held it. I sold it too early.
Dollar Tree.
I think it's gone straight up since I bought it, but of course, you know, I sold it a little early there.
Double bottom on the 10-minute there. Nice rise.
Look at the
above.
daily on that thing, Zunaid. Straight up in the last 7 bars. And what gave you this? It was DG. DG broke out first. Dollar General.
Dollar General. Yeah.
It broke out first on, I'll tell you right now, on the 6th. And then look at the Dollar Tree chart on the 6th. And I'm going to draw a circle on that just so you guys can see it. And you're going to be like, what? What? I missed that move? I feel the same way. Don't worry. I played it, but I didn't catch it all. Look at this right here. You see that right there? That candle, that bottoming candle right there was the 6th. Where was that on DG? That was right here on this big breakout. So sometimes you can get industry like kind of rotation and catch it. So if you see something break out, look at the leaders. The leaders at that time were DG and Walmart. Walmart was also pushing through the high on the 6th. Look at this right here. And you could see that. And what does that do? That gets us looking at different names like Target. Look at Target on the 6th. Right here at the bottom. This is when I was starting to call out Target. Right here at the bottom. Look where it is now. Boom. Breakout. Same thing we were looking at in Ollie. Look at the 6th. Right here on this candle. Boom. Then it broke out. This is how you can get kind of a little bit of that leading mentality to say, okay, so if all the stocks are breaking out in an industry, let's look for the laggard types that are off the support. We know our risk, and we're going to look for it to start coming up and getting towards the resistance. That's what happened in Target. That's what happened in some of these names, and you saw the takeoff. Another thing that happened that day on that 6th was you were seeing Costco break on out also. You can see here on the 6th candle, and then next candle it was already breaking on out there. All right, let's go ahead. Let's catch up with the chat here. We got about 10 minutes left here. Going to get you guys over to some futures action. I'm probably going to get Zunaid on out of here. He's focusing on his trade, wrapping on up. We're going to go ahead and wrap on up here. Like always, guys, we got over 700 people in here. Please hit the like. How many likes do I got right now? Only 383. Can we get to 500, guys? We need you guys to support us to stay live here and stay 100% free. That's what it's all about. You guys can help us by just hitting that like button.
Absolutely. I am going to go ahead and get out of here. One last thing. You've got Mosaic. You've got MOS ticker. MOS $81 calls coming in on the ask, expiring this week, about $100,000 worth. I know someone mentioned this ticker earlier. If you're still hanging out with us, that's what you've got coming in. You're risking about $1.50 if you buy it here, as a VWAP is around $77. So you can wait a little bit if you want, grab 1 or 2 contracts depending on your account size, and then grab some more for your dips around the $77 area. Target, if this one comes back and tests VWAP, I'm going to go ahead and set out some limit orders to buy it around there. But NVIDIA, we went ahead and sold those at 30% gains, and Tesla, we have currently at 5% gains as well. So manage your risk, manage your trade. We will see. Before you go, do you ever buy shares and calls at the same site? Yeah, absolutely. I had some Target calls and I had some Target stock, had some NVIDIA calls, obviously, that we pointed out, and some stock as well. So yes, I will do that. Especially if things are a little spready and I really like to trade, then yes, I absolutely will. But always a pleasure. I will see you guys next Monday. Next Monday, whenever we're back for live trading. I have to check our schedule, but
no worries, Zunaid. I'll catch up with you. And like always, thank you for going ahead and staying with us. There you guys, hit the like, guys. Zunaid stayed a little bit extra there for us. So you guys support us. Smash up that like Master of Stonks says. So let's go ahead. Let's get to it. Let's look on out there. Like always, guys, please hit the subscribe and the bell down below so you guys can be notified the moment we go live. All right, guys, it's starting to get a little smoky in here, and that's because the Cannabis Capital Conference is coming on up. We'll have the psychedelics tomorrow, then followed by the Cannabis Conference. And, of course, 420, baby. Don't miss it, guys. We're going to be right here, and we're going to stream part of the conference live. I hope that you guys are out there, are actually at the conference, but if you're not, catch us here, and we're going to be talking all about cannabis right here on Benzinga, and that's coming on up. And, of course, psychedelics. Where's my Mind Men? Where are my people out there that like the Mind Men? That used to be a favorite out there. We'll see what happens. Why is Mitch louder than Zunaid? It scares my dog every time Mitch talks. Well, I can turn myself down. It's just harder to kind of balance out levels, guys. We don't have a mixer. We're not in the same location. So Zunaid has been talked about how his mic was loud. Then we popped up mine. I can bring myself down there. Like always, I can control my levels. And that's all you got to do. Just let me know. Hey, Mitch, can you lower yourself down a little bit? I'll take care of it. I am putting up the music a little bit here, trying to enjoy the last couple minutes of the show. And like always, Marco, I will always do better to improve. Let's keep going. There you guys have it. There's a Mind Men favorite there. We'll see what happens. Keep watching this NIO to see if we can break the 1890s here. Looking at the 15-minute chart to look for that breakdown towards the 1865. We'll see what happens on this. But let's go ahead. Let's take a look at the overall market and see what we're seeing out there. Basic materials pretty much going sideways here from the open. We're looking for a breakout, but really haven't gotten it. Copper doing well today. Agricultural inputs, coal not doing bad, but really not a big move on up today. Aluminum up about 1.15%, so you can watch a COA to see if that one's going to start pushing. You can take a look here on the 15-minute, how you held the high. You pushed up through that 89.66. Now you just pushed right back through there. I would look for pullbacks towards that 80s level to see this take out 91. We'll see if Alcoa can get moving here. All right, another one you guys can watch is CENX. That's another one I'd give you in aluminum. If you're seeing Alcoa take off, look for maybe potentially the laggard play in CENX. All right, your beard is looking hella full today. Nah, just have it out. Just have it out. I'm gonna be getting a nice haircut later in the week. You know how it is. Just woofing it out right now. Do people not have volume control on their side because Mitch's sound quality seems fine to me? Yeah, they probably don't. Zunaid and Ryan don't have like a mixer level that I probably have. But I'll keep trying to make improvements, guys. Just always tell us when our sound is off, and I'll try to find the balance there. All right, Marvel looks like a MDVL looks like a good one to jump in at 275. We'll see what happens there, Mike. I'll take a look at it for you. MDVL. Let's take a look there. Med available holdings. This one looks like it's already done a couple of pushes. Be careful, it could break down. Let's take a look there at the daily chart. Daily chart has support around the 230s, so that's kind of the level that I can see it pulling back to right now. We'll see what happens on that one. It has done a couple of drives and didn't keep going. I always look for the 3 drives and then a support hold. So I broke out of this pattern. Then you got this drive, right? For me, I think you got 1 attempt, 2 attempt, 3 attempts. Then it comes back to support. Support holds right around here, which was the support of this candle. And then you're looking for that breakout towards the upside, and you can see how you rejected it up there around the 325 level. So for me, I'd be careful about a breakdown of support. Like always, determine your own investment decisions. Let's go. Let's go. Do you get a straight razor when you get your beard trimmed? Yes. Only way. Only way. Got to. Usually I get a little fade on the beard, 2-to-1 fade. That's the only way I know how to get a haircut. We'll see what happens. You can't be adjusting volume to accommodate to every listener. Yeah, agreed. I agree. It's not more long. I just want to go ahead and get the balance right. That's what matters to me. All right, we'll see if NIO can really break down there and give me the gain that I need on the day to get into the green and also take some good profits on the day. I did take a bigger swing on this NIO because I'm looking for XPEV kind of to lead the way also. Look how that one's off the VWAP. Also LI there fighting towards the high. That one's going to be the one that I want to see flip down later as it usually lags of the 3. Usually see NIO lead, XPEV in the middle, and LI be the laggard type. And so this is important to kind of watch. Always hot towel. That's the only way to get a haircut. Slightly Stupid. Seen them live too? Ooh, I've seen them live too, man. I love Slightly Stupid. Hot towel is underrated. That's for sure. I mean, if you're getting a haircut, you should get it like a facial also, right? I mean, I sometimes get a facial also, just get a little love, and you're gonna get your haircut. You gotta get a little loving. We'll see what happens out there. Let's take a look at Ford. Ford having a good day, coming on up there today. And technology, not bad. I mean, it's not in the green from the open, but you're slightly just into the green there. We'll see what happens on Tesla. Tesla was really pushing on up there, got above 1,000, needs to hold the 1,000 level on pullbacks now. We'll see if this one can get moving here on the daily chart off the 980. I like that hold of 980 today. We'll see if it can get really ramping. If you can see here, you have a trend line that you can come and try to take out. If you take out this trend line, you can really start moving up there towards the 1050s, but we'll see if Tesla can get moving. All right, let's look around. What other stocks are making moves? How are the defensives doing today? It looks like we got education's down, pharmaceutical stocks down. So stocks like Walgreens looking weak right now. Pets looking weak right now. Rite Aid. Remember, that one's the one that got a $1 price target last week. We'll see what happens on that one as it's fighting to come down. All right, let's look around there. Let's look at the financial services. Bank of America getting a little bit of a bounce today. JPM also finding a little bit of a bounce. We'll see what happens in these bank stocks, but like always, make your own investment decisions. That's going to do it for us today. I hope that you guys enjoyed the day. Smash the like. Let's go. Let's go. What platform are you trading from? So the charting service that you're seeing there, because it's a charting service, is TC2000. I like working my way into sectors, into industries, and working back into the stocks. Like you guys saw me kind of explain there on Target and discount stores is really what I was watching. And I went through all of them, looked at the charts that I like, Target, Ali. We were looking for these to get off the bottom, and you can see here how we catch those rotationary moves. I'll talk more about these on Money Mitch, so join me today at 4:30. I have Brian Overby from Ali Financial. That's going to be an options expert. I'm going to be interviewing on there, so if you guys like options, come and check out Money Mitch later today. Up next, you guys got futures action with Spencer Israel. Go check that on out. I need to learn some futures myself, so I might go ahead and check out the show. Hit the like. We'll see you next time, guys. And like always, keep working on those skills. Let's go. Do a little dance. Finish your day. Tap yourself on the back. It's been a good day. Let's keep it going.
Everybody.